All right, good morning, traders. It is Tuesday. We've got some stuff going on. Nothing is moving too crazy. Nero, though, here has got a little bit of a U shape, kind of. Interesting. Pretty much above all it's above all indicators. It's got some room to move if it can break that pre-market high. I may look for a little entry on this in a second here. I'm starting to test this downtrend at the moment. I'm getting pushed back under. See, it's testing this downtrend pretty good right now. I'm gonna go here and see if this can get going. It's a little bit off the 9, so this is kind of a risky entry, but it is trying to break. It's holding up here a little bit, so a lot of selling at that 433, but they keep getting taken out. Selling at 438. Pre-market highs at 446, so we got resistance there after 446 and 450 though. Got the 470. See, looks like we're going to push for that pre-market high right here. What's up, One Life? Good morning, buddy. Yeah, pushing over that pre-market high. New high a day here at 454. Ooh, big buyer just came in over 450. This was 80-something thousand shares. Boy, and buyers are starting to flood into this, and we're really pushing up to 462. See if 450 starts holding. See if this really gets going. I don't know what that means, Daniel B. I don't know what you're saying. It's going to be some resistance at 475, though. And then after 475, 5. So those two areas are going to be pretty good resistance. Most likely. This is extremely low float. This is only 3 million in shares in float. So if buyers continue to flood in, this can get going crazy. But we'll see. This is a pretty big move up here so far at the break of that downtrend. Yeah, 470 holding up as a little resistance there. So it's 475 and then 5 area. We've got some resistance in, but well, that area is breaking down at 470. Let's see here. So yeah, there are some sellers in this 475 area. We are so far off the 9 though. Pulling back. We want to see 450 hold. Mm, 450s. Buyers are trying to hold 450. A little bit of selling pressure, but I mean, this did just rip from, just ripped about, what, 50 cent? That was a 50-cent rip right there. Well, the question is, can it keep going? 450, not. Not holding up too well yet here, but got what, 40 seconds on this 5-minute candle to close. Like to see it close over 450. That'd be a pretty strong close, and then we probably can get moving some more here. Not if it's gonna pull back though. This is a big upper shadow. I don't know. I don't like this big upper shadow. That may be all it had. We'll see here. Pulling back almost all the way down to the downtrend. May just be doing some consolidation right now after that big move. But just, we had those big buyers come in, so just keep that in mind. They could sell out at any moment. 80,000 shares on a 3 million share stock is quite a bit of shares for one person to have. So they could easily ruin our day on this stock. Having this pullback. Let's see here. See, we should have support. Where we got support at? Yeah, we got support at 430. Trying to hold at 430. That really needs to hold. Buyers trying to come in there. You can see they're trying to hold it up. Really don't want it dropping below 430 at this point. We're starting to push up again here. Want to see this downtrend break soon, so we want this back over 450. Looks like it's going to attempt to get back above here in a second. A little bit of selling at 445. Alright, let's see here. See if we can get back over 450. It's slowly pushing to it. There we go. Starting to get back. Trying to get back over 450. And you can see we're testing this downtrend right now. Alright, there it goes. Looks like it's going to break over that. Okay, yeah, we're good. Take that downtrend out for now. That 475 area is quite a bit of resistance, but with enough volume it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so we still do have a little bit of a downtrend here. And 460 acting as a little resistance. There's some selling pressure ahead of this, but it won't take much buying volume to really get it going, especially if a lot of volume comes in here, because it is very low float. Holland sellers at 470 getting taken out. Looks like we're going to push for a new high a day here. Maybe. Ooh, it just got rejected at 475. It took out a bunch of sellers but didn't break over. Interesting. So 475 is really holding up. See, we got to see if this volume keeps increasing. Yeah, there we go. Volume's increasing. Pushing up. New high at 485. That shouldn't be resistance, but yesterday I did get tricked on 487, so it's like it wants to break so bad. The buyers are trying to push this thing up, and it's just not enough buying yet coming in to really get this thing going. Keep getting quick little pops up, and then we're probably going to have another little pullback here. Yeah, there's the little pullback. We don't want this to pull back too much, though. Like I said, at this point, we want 450 to start holding up as support. Mm, 450 still kind of acting as resistance, though. See, we're above that. Yeah, 475 to 480 area is definitely tough. I don't think we get through there. We get through 5. But we'll see. 485 may have been all I had. Trying to get back. Oh, there we go. Did pop back over 450 here. I want to see this downtrend on the 1 minute break here soon. And you can see getting held up a little bit at that downtrend. A little selling at 460. Okay, starting to push a little bit though. So you can see we're kind of getting hung up right here. At this little downtrend on the 1 minute, it's trying to push, but still some selling. Big buyers in at 460 trying to hold us up at 460. That's nice to see. We may actually start moving here if those buyers don't get taken out. We're getting hung up in this 465 area. Maybe adjust this downtrend on the 1 minute. Right now we're just consolidating. That is all that is happening at the moment is consolidation. But we do want to see this start to hold over 450. I see you guys are talking over there in the live stream. At this moment, I cannot take the time to read what you guys are saying, so I do apologize. I'll try to get to that in a little bit, but right now I got to kind of keep my eyes glued on this consolidation, make sure we're going to move up and not down, because right now we really don't know yet. I mean, everything looks good overall, but this could easily turn around, so... Like I said, it's very low float. It doesn't take but one person to ruin your day on any stock, but especially a low float stock. A stock with a float as low as this. Things can change in a split second. Looks like we are breaking that downtrend for now. Let's see, we got 10 seconds on this candle. This candle's pushed all the way back up on the 5-minute. If it... Pretty good close there. I think we're about to move on this. Looks like we're getting close to pushing for a new high a day here. Another decent buyer just came in there. Yeah, here we go, up to 490. See what $5 looks like. If we can break $5, I think this thing goes nuts. But we'll see. You see, rejected there hard at 490. Ooh, big rejection. I mean, pushing all the way back down to 450. That was... Whoa. See, this is what I was talking about on these low floats. We're looking good hitting that new high a day at 490, but man, the selling pressure there is tough because, I mean, that just got rejected hard. This is looking real sketchy now. So we were looking really good, and we went to really sketchy, and that quick. That's what I was saying. This is how fast these stocks can move, being this low float. Figured we would have tested 5, not just 490, but once again, you know, you never know with the stock market. It's crazy. Crazy. Sketchiness is real. And this may end up being a loss if this doesn't start coming back up here real soon. Just trying to hold the 9. The 9 is at 427. Selling pressure really pushing this back down. Go ahead and remove this downtrend so I can see what's going on here. So 430. I was about to say 430 is trying to hold, but they got taken out again. Oh, this is starting to crack really bad here. Damn, and just like that, this is over. I'm going to have to get out of this. Unless it pulls back above the 9 really quick, but most likely does not look like it's going to. Ooh, yeah, really selling off here. Wow, what a rejection. Did the SPY all of a sudden drop, I wonder? Because this is quite a drop on this stock. I mean, I'm not that surprised at being a low flow. Oh yeah, this is really cracking here. What the hell is going on right now? So just like that, from 490 all the way down to 410. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So we do have a little support there at that 407. I may put a stop loss right there. Well, some decent buyers coming back in though. This is pretty much a straight downtrend at the moment. Oh, nice. Good job, Epic. Good job, Epic, making some money there on this, man. Oh, yeah, this is getting ugly. This is getting real ugly. I looked at the live stream for a second, turned my head. I was about to put that stop loss in there, but I'm just going to have to get out, I guess. It's just not even wanting to come back up now after that sell-off. Trying to give it a second to see if it's going to come back up at all. See if I can try to minimize this loss, but I may end up losing more if it doesn't come back up. I'm getting out. If it cracks $4, this thing's going to dump hard. Let's see what the hell happened. Did the SPY drop? Yep. That's what it was. The SPY had a big old sell-off real quick. So that's what that was. Let's see if that's the exact same time that one happened. Let's see. It was right at 9:15. Yep, 9:15. So nothing you can do there. Nothing you can do there when the whole market decides to drop 2 points. I bet everything probably pulled back, or at least somewhat. Let's see, this is still held up, so there may be a play there. Yeah, you can see there, same time, LXRX had a little drop as well. Looks like. See, RGLS is creeping up to $1. It's creeping. Private placement equity. Going to have a lot of resistance at $1, and then it's going to have resistance at one. Well, that's where the dollar's at. So basically $1 to $1.10. Sometimes penny stocks do, and sometimes they don't. It's not that Neuro was following the market per se. That's the reason it dropped. What I'm alluding to is when the SPY has a big sell-off like this, you usually get a lot of people in the market all of a sudden yanking their positions out because they're afraid that the market's going to crash on them. You get this, like the SPY starting to sell off can cause panic selling across the board. You know, you see we got a mixed, indecisive market this morning. So that indecisiveness is going to carry over to the penny stocks because most big traders are going to have the SPY up, or they're going to have the Dow Jones up. They're going to have something up. So they're going to be looking at that, and whether or not they're trading penny stocks or not, they'll if you see that much of a sell-off real quick, then you're going to get some panic selling, and that's what happened on Neuro. Neuro's had nice momentum, moving, slowly moving its way up. Started getting going, and then the market overall market drop, and then you see just everybody ran out of this. Everybody panic sold out of this at the same time the market started to panic selling. So RGLS is coming up to $1 here. Yeah, I mean it wasn't a huge drop on the SPY, but in that time period, this is in 10 minutes the SPY dropped. This is pretty much a straight sell off here. It was all the way up. It was pushing up, and then all of a sudden you get this indecision count and boom. It's not the biggest drop in the world, but it's enough of a drop fast enough to scare people. The market was already mixed this morning. I was looking at several different things. The market's mixed. There's some good news. There's some bad news. There's a lot of indecision. So with there being a lot of indecision, you're going to get people running for the hills really quickly. It's not going to take much. Like if we're in a full-on bull market, then look at this. This guy's still slowly climbing. Just above all indicators. But it's just not moving much. Institution sold Neuro? Probably, I don't know. Somebody sold it. Somebody all of a sudden said, let's get the hell out of here. See, Chris here is getting close to maybe having a little breakout, possibly. Or at least a move up. Yeah, it's starting to break that little area there. So y'all are talking about NLS. Let's see what's up with NLS. I don't see anything here for a day trade, but maybe possibly a swing trade. But you got this downtrend that it's still in. It could keep selling off. It's trying to hold the 100-day today. Yeah, look at that, Nero just dying off. So that was unfortunate. CGIX coming back up. Before the stream, I took a shot on CGIX and it did rip up real quick up to here, and then I got stopped out when it came back down. So I'm 0 for 2 today. On both of them, I was green on, and they turned around on me. So gotta eat those losses, but it's a tricky, indecisive market today, that's for sure. And now CGIX, of course, is popping back up. So, see a downtrend right there. It's a scalper's market where you want to be in and out real quick. How's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's starting to curl over. Bitcoin may have a big sell-off soon if this keeps on curling over like this. See what else we got? CETX, nothing there. SION, nothing there. ONCT, getting a little pop-up today. CLPS, nothing there. CGIX is coming up to this downtrend. See, CRIS is breaking above this downtrend. I don't have a lot of funds left to work with. Maybe could go 30 shares here. See, but the downtrend may be more like this. See, where's our uptrend at? Got somewhat of an uptrend, but it's kind of way off the uptrend. Look at our GLS, still slowly climbing. CGIX getting held up at the downtrend. Neuro still selling off. No, One Life, it doesn't exactly follow the market. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Neuro is going to follow the SPY. I'm just saying because the SPY had a quick drop, that panic sold and people got out of there. There was some panic. It's a very low float stock. It's only 3.7 million in shares. It doesn't take a lot of selling to get this big of a pullback. You know, if one chat room of people who bought 100,000 shares of this all of a sudden see the market drops and they're like, oh shit, we got to get out of here, and they all dump at once, this is easily going to happen. It doesn't take that many shares to move this type of stock. It's a very low float stock, and it doesn't take much. Keep my eye on CRIS here for a minute. Stage encouraging clinical activity. Price target from $5 to $9. We got this little triangle forming here. Bottom support at 6. Draw my line straighter. Bam. Okay, there's my line. Keep an eye on this here. Then should be, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. What does that even mean? What are you even saying right now? You day trade and look at charts. Are you looking at clouds? Apparently. I don't even understand what you mean by that. That doesn't make any sense. Look at this, RGLS still climbing. News doesn't mean anything. Why are we talking to what? Why are you guys analyzing my trade so hard? It doesn't even have. Let's see. It doesn't have any news. Y'all are on my ass this morning. Did y'all wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning? What's going on? What's going on with you guys? If they're gonna be in one life, they're usually trolling, but not this hard. I'm starting to take it personal. I'm getting offended. Getting offended that you guys would be. You guys are my favorite trolls. And I get what you're saying. There's no news on it. You know, it was kind of a pump and dump. And that's true. But you can't deny that at the exact same time the market dropped, Neuro dropped. You can't deny that coincidence. Whether or not, it's what dropped for some other reason or whatnot. The market dropping all of a sudden had something to do with Neuro selling off. I'm not a believer of coincidence. So, it could be the combination of all of it. Could be the combination of the market all of a sudden dropping, Neuro not having any news. Like I said, all it takes is one chat room to drop that. It doesn't take much. It's very low float stock. Let's see, LXRX. This is such a slow mover because it's a pretty big float. Not looking too bad. RGLS, I just don't. RGLS is climbing, but I just don't know how much more it's really got. Because it had a couple of million in volume right through those candles, but it only moved a little bit. Yeah, CGIX getting rejected back down. I think CRIS is going to be the other play. You don't see the correlation, so you don't think it's, it had nothing to do with it, even though they both dropped at the exact same time? Yeah, you're right. I did lose on it. I did lose on the trade, but it wasn't like I was in a losing trade. The thing ripped 60 something cents. So you can talk all the trash you want. Both plays I was in, both ripped 50 or 60 cents. I just didn't lock in profit. So you can talk all the trash you want. The plays had the rips. They just didn't have continuous rips, but they had good rips. So I mean, I don't know. Take it how you want, but we're getting real close to maybe this triangle breaking. I may take a shot on this with 30 shares. 30 shares is not a lot, but it's all I think I got left in the tank for today. But if this does move $1 or $2, which it possibly could, at least $1 rip, it could at least make up for my losses. But we'll see. I'm trying to give it a second to see if it's gonna stay in this triangle. same religion every day, and you know, same 50 and 60 cent rips every day. So that religion apparently works. It's just I got to lock in profits when I got them. I'm holding for bigger runs, and they're just not getting any bigger runs. But I mean, a 50, 60 cent rip is a nice rip. You guys know this. Well, Life, you and DB, you guys have been trading for a long time. You know all the stuffs. Let's see, 650 here. If 650 breaks, I'm probably going to shoot on this. Let's see. I don't see much else going on. And you can talk all the trash you want about triangles, DB. It's just consolidation. We went over this. Whether or not you like to draw the triangles on there, when you trade consolidation, you're still trading triangles, whether you're doing it or not. It's really irrelevant whether you draw the lines or not. It's just consolidation. I just draw the lines because it helps my brain to stay focused on it. It's not magical. It's not magical trading or anything like that at all. I'm trading the same thing you are. I just have lines on my chart. There's no difference. We're not trading different chart patterns or anything. You trade consolidation for breakouts. I'm trading consolidation for breakouts. There's no difference other than I have two lines on my chart. That is the only difference. So you can trash my two lines all you want. I'm fine with that. You can trash my triangles. Doesn't matter to me. We're literally doing the same exact thing, so. Technical not working? I don't understand what you mean by technical not working. Are you saying what I'm doing is not working? Because you are right. What I am doing is not working. I'm not locking in profits. That has nothing to do with the triangles. The triangles have been ripping. I've been doing the same thing for the past few weeks, and almost every single day I'm up in profit. It's just whether or not I lock out or not. If I locked out at every, if I was just to scalp these plays, these triangles, and was to lock out at every 10 to 50 cents, my win rate would be astronomical. I just hold longer because I'm on a smaller account, so I'm not trading that many shares. I'm trying to get bigger rips and get more for my money, but you know it is a little bit of a risk. It costs me a little bit here and there. DB has a course. DB's the best. DB's the best trader in the world. He's the Warren Buffett of traders. DB just likes to troll. He's just a trolling. He's a trolling guy. It's all right. It keeps things interesting. I like those two guys. I like One Life and DB. As much shit as they give me, they're good guys. So I'm not gonna get butt hurt because they're giving me shit. I appreciate their trolliness. As a bit of a troll myself, sometimes I appreciate it. Best in the galaxy. There you go. What's up, Derek? How's it going today, buddy? So we're getting into the tippy of this triangle. I know I'm sitting here talking and bullshitting around, but we are getting to the tip of this triangle. I'm just watching this very closely while I'm talking because I'm trying to decide if I do want to get in this or not. But you can see we keep getting rejected at the downtrend, so I'm waiting to see if it's going to start breaking that downtrend before I do take an entry. I'm going to do one more scan around and see. Well, look at there. As I said, LXRX was not getting too big of rips because of the float. It ends up ripping, so Nero is definitely done. RGLS with a big sell off. CGIX, nothing there. On CT, nothing there. Let's see, is there anything else that I am missing? I don't see much else. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on CRIS here. Oh, absolutely, One Life. You're definitely right. I have no problem with the discussion. I'm just talking trash because y'all are talking trash. But in serious discussion, though, I really don't. I mean, we can agree to disagree on neuro. I mean, like I said, I just don't believe in coincidences. Let's see here. We're testing this triangle. But who really knows? I mean, there's no guaranteed way to say why neuro sold off for sure. That was just my educated guess. We are testing. Volume's been kind of dying off of this though, so I'm a little concerned. See, rejected again at the downtrend. See something. See that $6 area. If 6 doesn't hold, see, what's the market still looking like? That market's still mixed. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, Chris was $1 yesterday. This is a massive rip in pre-market. That's the thing. That's why I'm waiting on this consolidation. That's why I haven't jumped in yet, because I'm waiting to see. If I jump in here, I want to make sure that I'm not jumping in a falling dagger, because this is extremely far up. There's not a ton of support below this at all right now. I mean, you got support at 6, which may or may not hold up. It's held up so far, but... And then the rest of the support is like 545 and then 469, so it could drop very quickly. And right now, the thing that's bothering me the most is this decreasing volume. Volume has been consistently decreasing in this. We've not really seen much more volume pop up. It is trying to break above that downtrend line now. Still, I don't know. I need to see more volume. I'm not going to take a shot on it unless I start to see more volume come in. Yeah, KI with a little pop. Here's Tusk. Barely any volume. 800,000 shares traded, and it went from $2 to $3.27. Little crazy pump there. I don't know. I'm not saying penny stocks follow the market. Am I not explaining this clearly enough? What I'm saying? It's not that penny stocks follow the market. It's that if the market is going to do something weird or something when we're in the indecision. I'm just talking about from the psychological side. I'm not talking about. It's not like Bitcoin and Mara, where Mara and Riot follow exactly what Bitcoin does. All I'm saying is, at the same time that Neuro started dropping, the SPY started dropping. The SPY dropping like that could be enough to scare people out of Neuro. It could be. It could have been pump and dump. Very easily could have been a pump and dump. That's what it looks like now. But that could have been that the SPY cracking right there could have been the trigger to pull the dump. It's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to say that the SPY dropping at the same exact time as Neuro did had nothing to do with each other. It's just like a trigger, a psychological trigger to make people scared. Or not to make people scared, but to scare people. Because you gotta, like, it's all psychology. Like, every day that's not going to happen where if the SPY drops, a penny stock will drop. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is today in this scenario, that was the trigger to make people's emotions kick in, to make fear kick in, and people panic sell. Tomorrow it might be something different. I'm not saying all penny stocks follow the market. That's not true at all. I totally agree with you there. They don't. All I was saying was just on this one situation, this one scenario, that was the trigger. Yeah, six is cracking here, so it doesn't look too good, and that's why I was holding up. Or holding out that decrease in volume there. Let me ask you, Derek, why did you get in this? What price did you get in, and why did you get in it? If we can help analyze your trade here. Buyers are trying to make this hold up $6, but it is a little sketchy still. If six can hold up, it may have a shot, but if six continues to crack, if this continues to test six, then it definitely is going to drop. I'm going to pop around real quick one more time. While this is fumbling around, give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right. So still trying to hold up. Looks like it tried to test that downtrend one more time. Let's see. Well, okay, so the first thing I would say that you got to keep in mind when a stock runs this much, even with consolidation, it can still drop pretty hard, and it's testing that that support again. But the higher the stock has ran, the less probability that it will break out in consolidation. I mean, you're talking about this is like a $6 rip so far. So that's where the probabilities comes in. You got to think about that. Like Neuro had ran quite a bit too, but not quite as much as that. And Neuro didn't run straight up. Neuro kind of shot up, went sideways, shot up, went sideways. And then when it broke the downtrend, there was that area for some move there. But I mean, CRIS is up 300 something percent. So at some point, you got to ask the question like, the probability of this continuing to break out is not that great. It still could, but you just want to be more cautious on a play where it's up so high. All right, HH Trader, have a good one, buddy. So, no, you're not way too dumb. Like, you don't have to, it's not, don't think of it like, I know I'm saying probabilities and stuff, and that it sounds what I'm saying is like really complicated. Just keep it simple. Just think, okay, this stock has ran a lot. Okay, so if it's ran a lot, the more the stock has run, the less probability it is to break out. And then also, if you incorporate the volume, we've had decrease in volume in this consolidation. So volume at the moment is still pretty light. It has held up six so far, and it is starting to break. I mean, it is trying to break above the downtrend now, but we don't have a lot of volume coming in. So that's the thing. When you get these consolidation breakouts, you want increasing volume coming into the break. And we've not, I mean, the whole time it's been testing this triangle, and this is why I haven't hopped in yet. There's not been any sign of volume pushing into this. So we know it. So we know it ran a lot. We know it ran a lot. So just by that, we know the probability of it continuing to break out is less likely. And then we're not seeing much volume coming in into this downtrend. So that adds to the less likeliness, the likelihood of it breaking out. In fact, on the 1 minute though, if you can kind of see that you got to kind of adjust the downtrend there a little bit because the tops of those candles. And then another thing too, in this consolidation right now, we're below the 9 EMA. So at the moment, according to the 9, this is bearish, which is another thing. So you're just kind of putting little pieces of the puzzle together to try to get a good idea. But I do want to say, One Life, the conversation we've had actually did make me rethink a little bit about my strategy. And I think from now on, LXRX, I think from now on I'm going to start locking in more like a scalper and maybe leave just a few shares to try to run. Now we're starting to get increase in volume a little bit. So we want to see right on this 5-minute volume bar here. We want to see this continually increase. And then on 1 minute 2, we want to see this volume keep increasing. You got the 20 as well. Personally, I don't think you need the 20 and the 9. The 9, the 13, and 20. I mean, they're moving averages, but they're moving averages over a time period. So 20-day moving average is only 11 days more of data than the 9. So it's not that much more. I personally don't think you need both. Now, if it's working in your strategy, go ahead and use it. I'm just saying, personally, in my opinion, I just don't see a need to use both of those. But if it works, it works. Whatever works for you. Hello, Brad Goods 514. How's it going, buddy? Still getting pretty decent buying volume in this. Zoom school is rough. Wow, now this is really ripping. I just turned my head for a minute and it's starting to pop up all the way up to that 675. There's going to be some resistance there because the tops of all these candles are right in that area. So you trade on the side. Well, hey, listen. No matter what you're going to school for, it's always good to learn the stock market and trading and economics and finance. Like all that stuff it should be taught in schools, in my opinion. Like we should be teaching financial education from kindergarten on. It would help with a lot of different issues in our country if we actually taught stuff that was useful instead of crazy trigonometry and the crazy stuff that they teach that nobody ever uses. Just the other day, my wife was like, "Do you remember prime and composite numbers?" And I was like, "Kind of, but not in any time have I needed to know whether a number was prime or composite in my life." So stuff like that's like that doesn't help me any. Big buyer just came in there at 660. This is probably going to try to push up. Nice. Well, you have a good high school, Brad's Goods, because we did not have that in my high school. The only thing I could get close enough to the stock market in my high school was marketing classes, which we touched on the stock market a little bit, but I elected to take all 3 marketing classes my high school offered and ignored all the garbage classes that didn't teach anything. Those marketing classes was the best thing I learned in high school. That has stuck with me my whole entire life, so. A 2-month stock market challenge. That's awesome, man. You got an awesome high school. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad some teachers out there are still trying. Teachers have it hard, man. They have it so hard. Like, I don't blame them for not teaching the curriculum. They have to teach certain curriculum, and they're not paid enough as it is. But I love hearing when teachers are going out of their way to teach some stuff that is important. So that's awesome. Epic's like, yeah, we're talking about hot teachers. I'm all in. What's up? What's going on? I'm here for the hot teacher talk. But you learning the stock market now while you're in high school, if you continue to learn the stock market, you will be in good shape. Like I said, learning the stock market, learning economics, and learning personal finance. Learn how to run your life like a business. Learn how to budget, keep a strict budget on all your spending. Like businesses do this. Businesses keep up with their expenses to a T, and that's how businesses are successful. So why would you not run your personal life like a business? If you run your personal life like a business and you're tracking expenses and money coming in, then you're doing good there. But those are definitely things you want to learn. Learn your credit, learn the credit system, learn the tax system, learn the things that you need to learn. Oh, you got Aurora Canada? Is that Aurora Cannabis, or is that a Aurora Medical? I think there's an Aurora stock that's a medical stock, and it's not a cannabis stock. Yeah, CRS did get a nice little pop out of this triangle. But look, I mean, we got that increase in volume. That's what I was saying. Even though the probabilities was this was less likely to break out, you got that increase in volume into the breakout there. So it did get a nice little rip from 620 up to 680. I'm still kind of watching. I don't know if I have enough to even get in this now at this point, but I'm still kind of watching just to see what it's going to do. I'm still trying to think about whether or not I'm going to take another shot today or not on something. I may just wait and save it for tomorrow. Aurora Cannabis. Yeah, that is interesting. That is an interesting pick. Everybody thought I was fucking crazy at the beginning of this year when I was saying keep an eye on Aurora for the year. They were like, "Oh, Aurora's gonna go out of business. It's gonna be the end of Aurora and all that." And Aurora continually sold off, but then Aurora started popping back up. Like I kept saying, if Aurora can make it through the pandemic, Aurora has enough resources that they're a decent company. One Life's trying to get you trolling your teacher now. If this breaks over 7 here, this may get going. Looks like it's going to test 7. See if volume continues to increase here in the 7. That's pretty cool. Public speaking is good. There it goes. Look at there, popping over 7. A little bit of increase in volume there. Yeah, this is getting going. That increase in volume coming in that break of 7, all the way up to 717. I just want to point something out to DB. Old Daniel B here, who questions the triangles. This is the 3rd triangle today that has had a breakout of the triangle. Neuro had a breakout before it sold off. CGIX had a breakout when it broke the downtrend down here. And now CRIS breaking this downtrend out of this triangle and running, $1 something already. Phone number for Borat. I thought Borat was your cousin or something, DB. Aren't you from Kazakh? What is it? Kazakh? Where's Borat from? Kazakhstan? I don't even know what he's. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. I'm not leaving my house without a triangle in my pocket, or leaving your house without a triangle in your pocket. Yeah, Kazakh. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Kazakhstan? I don't know. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. There's no telling. My brain is not the best when it comes to names and pronouncing things I'm not that familiar with. Right now you can see we're kind of consolidating on the 1 minute right above at 7. I'm going to go ahead and take these lines off now. But you can see where we're consolidating at. You can redraw the downtrend now. The downtrend is now right there. And you see it got rejected on that candle and it's consolidating right under. Now it looks like it's going to break. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see if this breaks over this downtrend. See getting pushed down there. See if increasing volume comes in. Increasing buying volume, not increasing. Oh, increasing selling volume. So there you see that pushed right down through 7. This is see up here. I'll write it in the chat for you guys. It's got good news. It's actually got multiple good good news PR. They got positive data, but it's preliminary, so not a big deal. But then they also got price targets raised today as also. So got some good stuff around the stock, but it is up 370%. So I don't know how much more it actually can run. This is quite the run so far. I don't have any viruses. Shut up. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I kind of pushed out on it too, because I was watching there at the triangle, but at the tip of that break, and there was a whole dollar move there that could have been got, but it being so high up, that's the problem. It being up 300 something percent, I am way less likely to take a trade on a stock that's over 100%. Like, it's really got to impress me to get in there. See, it did get rejected. So this adjusted downtrend, you can see there where it got rejected. Beverly Hills, I don't know, buddy. I don't know. From what I've been hearing, California, Beverly Hills is in California, right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, right. It's in Los Angeles, right? I've never been to California, so I'm not exactly sure, but I think Beverly Hills is in California. And from what I've heard, I don't know if anybody in the chat's from California, but what I've been seeing lately, California is kind of going to hell in a handbasket like New York is. So, I don't think you want to go live in California. You want me, Dylan, from the night. I don't think it's 906. I think it's 90210 is the series, man. That's an old reference, DV. That is an old reference. That's like a 30-year-old reference or 20-year reference. I mean, I haven't thought about that show in forever. Nor did I watch it. Yeah, 90210. That's what it was. I thought that's what it was. I mean, scalping is pretty much the safest way. Like I was saying earlier, I try to hold for longer rips, but what I keep running into, and this is what I was gonna say earlier. Ooh, there's a bit. Holy hell! There's a huge buyer there at 680. That was 200,000 shares. One buyer sitting at 680. There he is right there. You can see he's still in there. That's going to be hard for these sellers to take out. This may start going crazy if that buyer sticks around. You have a Beverly Hills in Michigan? But anyway, like I was saying, I'm planning on. I may just start sticking to the scalps. They may not be as big as plays, but that consistency will add up a lot faster. But because every time I try to hold for a big rip, the consistency of that happening is not that consistent. The breakouts of the triangles, the quick breakouts, that's consistent, but any more than that, it varies day to day. So I think I'm gonna start just locking in profit every time I've got it. Maybe keep a little bit of shares to see if it runs more. The small wins will add up over time if I'm consistently winning, but trying to get the big rips all the time is kind of keeping me in no man's land where I'm just breaking even and teetering back and forth. So I think I may become more of a scalper. Yeah, that's the thing. That 680 buyer, he may not have got taken out. He may have been a fake buyer. Sometimes you'll have institutions or whatever who will put orders in to try to manipulate the stock movement. They'll put in really huge orders, and then they'll yank the rug out from everybody. And that's probably what happened there. I didn't see if it got taken out or if if they just removed the order. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, One Life. That's what I was saying, that discussion we were having earlier. When I stepped away for a minute, I was thinking about that discussion, and that's what triggered me to think about that. So that's why I like having these discussions. Even though, we troll and we have some fun in here, these discussions are good to have between traders because you can learn some stuff from other people. You got to listen and learn. So I think I'm going to probably, especially with how indecisive the market is lately and how indecisive our economy and government is lately, I think I'm going to primarily just start sticking to scalping and just taking my profits. Leave just a little bit of the position to see if it runs or not. But even if they're not the biggest profits in the world, it'll still be better than playing this seesaw game I've been playing. Yeah, I know you haven't been trading them too much anymore. Ooh, now there's a big seller. Now there's a big guy on the sell. There's some funky stuff going on with this stock right now. There's some funky stuff. I am definitely not going to take a trade on this at the moment because I just saw one huge buyer that is gone and just saw one huge seller. That could have been the same person who bought in and then he was selling out because it was dropping. I don't know. Nobody will ever know except whoever it was who did that. But if I see another big buyer or seller pop up in here, like that big of a buyer or seller, then I'll be really concerned on this. It's Ross Cameron. It could be Ross Cameron. Who knows? See, how's the market looking? Still, it's starting to go a little bit more green. Yeah, Master Cool, exactly. I constantly do that. I'm constantly up 30, 40 cents, even 50, 60 cents and won't lock in. I've done it twice today. I did it yesterday. I'm pretty sure I did it last week a couple of times. So that's what I'm saying. If I just tweak my strategy a little bit and just focus more on locking in those profits and only letting a little bit, only holding a little bit to see if it runs more, then that consistency will add up for sure. But see, that's the good thing about these live streams and stuff. We can discuss this stuff. We can all get better as traders together. Because you see, this live stream today has helped me come to that conclusion. So I appreciate you guys being here, trading with me, talking with me, discussing all this. This is what it's about. Got to have these discussions. And if you guys haven't checked out the other channel yet, if you like the political commentary stuff, go check that out. It's in the community tab, and that's all about discussion. Not so much on stock market related stuff, a little bit. We talked about Tesla in one live stream there. That channel's, I say political commentary because right now that's kind of what it is with everything going on. But we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff on that channel over there. So if you haven't yet, go check that out and subscribe. But I appreciate you guys being here with me and helping me get better. That's the thing about day trading in the stock market. There's always room for improvement, always room to tweak your strategy. No matter how long you've been trading, there's always something to learn. Yeah. No, I know 20, 30, 40, 50 cent rips, they are good on these small, low float stocks for sure. It is, every day, even if I don't make a ton of money, if it's a 10% gain or 5% gain, if I do that every day for the week, that'll add up. That's a 40, 50% gain on an account. In a month, that's a 200% gain. And then over a year, that would be a 2,400% gain, give or take the losses that are in there. So that's pretty good. So that's what I'm saying. Uh, yeah, it's, well, I don't know. I wouldn't want to say, Dan, that it's a day trader's. That's my day trader's DNA. It could be part of that. But the reason why I've not been trying to take those marginal scalps like we're talking about, the reason why I haven't done that, it's not because I'm oblivious to it. I'm aware of what I'm doing, but the reason I haven't been locking in on some of these plays is because I'm looking for the bigger rips because I am on a small account. I'm not trading a whole lot of shares, so I'm trying to extend those wins as much as possible, but it's just not consistent. That's kind of what this discussion has led to in my brain, is that the consistent thing would be to lock in those scalp profits and then leave a little bit to see if they run any more or not. So I'm gonna try to stick to that. You guys hold me to that. All right, you guys hold me to that. If I get into a trade tomorrow and it has a nice spike up and I don't lock any profits, I want y'all to cuss me the fuck out in the chat. I want you to come down through that chat just screaming and yelling. Y'all keep me honest, keep me to my word. So I drill this in my head because sometimes I do get in my head and it causes me not to stick to my plan. It's all part of trading. It's all psychological and mental. So you guys keep me honest. See if anything else is going on. CRIS kind of pulling back now. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take another trade today. So we'll give the stream about 10, 15 more minutes here if you guys have any more questions, suggestions, or ideas. Anything you want to talk about, go ahead and get those in, and then we'll call it a day here. See, RGLS still trying to hold up $1. See, this is what I was talking about RGLS earlier, is it was climbing, but it's just, 91 to $1.09 over 30 minutes. It's just like 18-cent move. It's just such a slow move. And if you look back on the chart, it doesn't really have very many big rip days. Like this looks like a big rip, but 90 cents up to $1.08, that's 18 cents. And of course it's a cheap stock, so 18 cents on $1 stock is a pretty big move. Is relative to the price, but it's not a stock that's probably going to get a 50, 60 cent move. See, how's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's around at 9,000. We are going to start the Bitcoin live streaming here soon. For you guys who want to see that, absolutely. Hey, take your time, go through the day trading playlist, and then come join us in the live streams for the live trading. There's a lot to learn in these live streams. Like I kind of learned something new today for my strategy. I don't want to say new, but you guys talking to me is, I kind of got a new idea on my strategy to add to it. So, and you can come in here and you can ask questions too. If you have any questions from one of the day trading playlists, lesson videos, come into the live stream, ask that question, because sometimes I try to keep things as simple and as clear as possible, but sometimes I explain stuff a little weird. So if you have any questions, feel free to come into the live streams and ask them. Just preferably don't ask them while I'm in the middle of a trade, because it's hard for me to look away and when I'm in the middle of a trade. But usually I stream a little bit after, 30 minutes to an hour after I've made a trade and talk about different things and stuff. So there's usually plenty of time to ask questions. I don't know. One Life don't want to get on the streams with me anymore. He's moved on to bigger, better things. This has been a pretty decent move on LXRX. I wasn't expecting this much of a move on it with that big float, but it sure did move $1 right there. Of course, that was $1 over. Well, no, I mean that was $1 in about 15 minutes. That was a good move, and it's consolidating right now. Maybe looking for another breakout, possibly. And there was something else I was going to say, but I forgot what it was. I got distracted by Daniel B's comment. I don't even know what I was talking about before. That's how great my brain works. That's why you guys got to keep me honest. Ears getting a little pop up today. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. One Life's always been a good trader. I was just checking Dare yesterday. It had some pretty decent news, but it didn't do anything at all. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Now, $6 is still holding up, so still have this. Even though this did get a nice run up, because the trend line, the downtrend is adjusted, you still kind of got a pretty big triangle of consolidation here. If I could draw my line right, that $6 support is your bottom support. Oh no, DB. One Life could probably take us. He could take us both at the same time. Yeah, consistency is the key. You are absolutely right, One Life. I listened to you. I listened to you. That's what I'm saying. We had that discussion. Now I'm gonna try to focus more on those scalps and try to be consistent. More consistent. Because the trades are there. It's just whether or not I lock in profit. That's the only that's the only thing that's slowing me down. Oh wow, we got a lot of people in here all of a sudden. So everybody who just popped in the live stream, wow, look at this, up to 90 viewers. Thank you everybody who is coming to join us today. This is the most I've had, and we're still going up. What is going on right now? Look at this, 250 viewers. I appreciate everybody joining me. We're breaking records today out of nowhere, and it's still climbing up. So I appreciate everybody who's coming in here. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of crazy, but yeah. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me. Kind of getting towards the end of the stream here, but that's okay. All you guys come back tomorrow and come see me. It's your whole family watching, DB. You got a big family, Daniel B. If all these people that's coming in the stream right now are your family, man, you got a lot of people in your family. You invited your trading Patreon. Well, whoever's got all these people in here all of a sudden. I mean, we're still climbing. We're up to 721 viewers. So thank you for whoever's doing this, because this is way above beyond what my channel normally does. Where's everybody from? This is the most we've had in the chat. I mean, we normally have a good turnout, but this is incredible. I really appreciate it. I don't know what's going on. And with all these people here, why don't you guys hit that like button? Let's get this party started. Let's get the like button going and stuff here. But yeah, right now still kind of waiting out to see what CRIS is going to do. I was going to give the stream 10 or 15 minutes, but now with all these people in here, I mean, I'm sure if you guys got everybody who must be new everybody must be new to the channel or whatever that's coming in. If you guys have any questions about day trading or the stock market, go ahead and ask them questions. Ask those questions, get them in. PLTR, that's One Life is all about PLTR. He's been on PLTR for a while, so he knows a little bit more about it than I do. I haven't paid that much attention to it, to be honest. Let's see, they got a $44 million contract from the FDA, so that's pretty good news for them. That just came out today, it looks like. Let's see, Citron calls Luminar Technology a sucker's game, sets $20 price target. I doubt that. I doubt that, One Life. And if CNBC has got me on there as day trader of the year, they're putting out misinformation as normal, so that's on par for them. But yeah, PLTR, good PR there for sure. And One Life, what'd you say? You made 19K on PLTR in 3 weeks? So yeah, I knew you'd been on it for a while. So great job, man. That's killer. That's great money. At this point, though, it is in a downtrend on the daily chart. So, your biggest win ever? Well, congratulations, man. I hope you went out and took the lady out. Maybe take her on vacation or get her something nice. Take her to a nice dinner. You're out of it right now? Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in it at the moment. It is in its downtrend now, even with the good PR. But you can see, even with good PR, as good as this PR is on PLTR, it sold off. So press releases, even if they're good, doesn't always mean that the stock will lead to a rip. So this is a perfect example of that. PLTR's been on a run and then coming out with more good PR and actually selling off during market hours. So perfect example of that, where you need more than just good news for a stock to rip. Let's see, let's pop back over here to CRIS again. Keep an eye on it here. So, sold yesterday around 26. Nice. All right, so CRS is still holding up the $6 mark. Keep an eye on it here. And see if it's going to come back up to 7 and test 7. Oh, really? You had it at 9.43 and sold for a small loss when back when it came out. You've been on it you've been on that stock for a while. You did too. You sold for a loss on it, DB. See anything else happening at the moment? Let's see. LXRX is still slowly climbing at the moment. Yeah, I am gonna have to call it a day here soon though. We'll give the stream a little bit longer here. Probably we'll give it 10 more minutes and see what CRIS is gonna do, if it's gonna try to come back up and test this 7 or not. That's true. That's a good point. You know, if you that's why I'm interested in starting this crypto trading, because on Webull you only have 4 different cryptocurrencies to trade with or to choose from. So with those few different cryptocurrencies, you only have like 4 chart patterns to focus on. So I get that strategy. That's something I'd be interested in checking out too. Is if you've got 3 or 4 consistently moving stocks that consistently move the same way all the time, then you could get those. You could get a better familiar. You'll be more familiar. How about that? Let's use those words. You'd be more familiar with those charts and how they move to those stocks. So just as fast as all those people came in, they all went out. So I don't know if it was a crazy a live stream attack or whatever they call it, where people randomly jump in another live stream. But that was interesting. That was pretty crazy. That was a wild thing that happened there. We got all the way up to like 1,500 viewers, I think, at once. Not sure what happened, but pretty cool. Pretty cool to see that. But we're back down to our normal little base. But yeah, I want to start the crypto real soon. I may try to start it this week. If not, it'll probably be next week. But I want to do these live crypto streams. That'll be later in the day, I would imagine. I didn't keep their attention. I should have started screaming bye, bye, bye. They would have thought I was Justin Timberlake. I'd have got a copyright strike from from YouTube for singing that. I don't know if anybody got that joke or not, but it's a pretty silly joke. Listen, unfortunately, they came in the middle of me not doing anything. If I was in the middle of a trade, I probably could have kept their attention, but because there's nothing really I want to jump in at the moment. Yeah, there you go. Derek got it. Derek got the joke. I don't really know. I didn't know really what to do to keep their attention, nor was I expecting it. I don't know, man. I don't know if it was NSYNC or if it was just Justin Timberlake. I just remembered the song and the way One Life wrote it out. It just sounded like that in my head, so I have no idea which one it is for sure. I know Justin Timberlake was the lead singer of NSYNC, but whether it was his song or their song, who knows? I have a bad memory. That was from, I think I was either in middle school or high school or something when that song came out. I don't know. I don't remember. We're starting to come back down here and test on CRIS here. Test this $6 support. But alright guys, it is getting lunchtime. I am getting hungry. Exciting day today in the live stream. Not so much with the trades, but good job to anybody who did make some profits today. I know Epic got in there and killed it on Neuro. We will be back tomorrow I'm gonna try to stick to my discipline of locking out when I get a win, and try to be more of a scalper on these penny stocks, because like One Life is saying, it is trickier to try to get those longer runs. So y'all hold me to that tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Until next time.